And we are back, and as promised, in the house, the director of
Lubbock Symphony Orchestra.
I was trying to think, what did I call them? The greatest. Anyway, they're one of the real pride of Lubbock. Is Lubbock Symphony Orchestra.
Lubbock jewel.
They are. There you go. Lubbock's jewel, the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra. Good morning, David.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
You know what? I am excited about the Halloween thing because I took my kids last year. It was amazing. So and
It's happening again.
I think they're excited about it too. So
Great. I would love to meet your kids.
Yeah, that's coming in October, no doubt.
At the end of October.
I was going to say, do y'all have an actual a date yet?
I believe if you go online at lubbocksymphony.org, we have family concert listed, and that is a free event at the end of October. It's a Halloween music integrated with magic.
And you pay for that through donations or through how do y'all pay for that concert?
Yes, we have.
Because y'all do a lot of work for it. It's not like y'all just throw something together real quick. They know the music. It's done well.
Well, we're very fortunate to have CH and Helen Jones foundations who support this family concert.
You buy a lot of candy, too, don't you?
Oh, we do, and I believe we will have a sponsor for that. Last year, we had 1,000 kids lined up to receive candy, and a lot of parents were happy because kids were inside the Civic Center. They're not roaming around in the dark.
Yeah, they're not knocking on strangers' doors.
Exactly, and we had great music, a lot of fun watching the magic, real magic happening. We had a magician named Irving Quant, who's a local. He will be performing with us again for the family concert.
And you were able, the children were able to interact with the orchestra.
Yeah,
well, and all the instruments were up front.
Yeah, we had instrument petting zoo, and I think because I'll be sort of busy on stage, they made a life size of me, and they cut up the life size David Cho.
I saw you posing with that somewhere online, I guess.
And so they can take picture with the maestro, so that'll be a fun thing for kids. Pre-concert lecture, pre-concert activities, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, okay, that's coming in October. What's coming up September 27th and 28th?
Yes,
is something called, opening weekend called Seductive Classics.
Yes.
And what does that mean?
Well, we're playing music, tango music from all over the world. So when you think of tango, you think of very exotic and seductive
sexual
music. Yeah, and we have been talking to patrons, They came up to me saying, we're ready to be seduced by the symphony. And I told them, if there's one concert that you want to be seduced by the symphony here in Lubbock, it's our first Masterworks, which will be this weekend, September 27th and 28th, I believe.
Yes.
At 7:30 Civic Center. And you can call us at 762-1688 or go online at lubbocksymphony.org.
And I can't even begin to pronounce Bandini
Chiaretta.
Duo
Chiaretta. And
so these are tango dancers.
Tango bandoneon player and classical guitarist who will be performing with the symphony. They just flew in from Italy. So they're jet lagged, but they're ready to make music with the Lubbock Symphony.
That's fantastic. Well, I hope they enjoy their stay in Lubbock, because it's a culture shock when you're coming from Italy.
Well, I just took them out to a steak dinner last night, and they loved the Texas size steak and the Southern hospitality. They just experienced how people are so hospitable and generous, and they are very appreciative.
Well, I'm sure this is their first time in Lubbock, but is this their first time in the United States?
They've been all over the United States.
I would think they have,
but it's their first time.
Yeah,
to,
Lubbock's
Texas.
kind of in the middle of nowhere. People don't think about it sometimes.
Lubbock is unique.
Yeah.
You may have been to New York and Los Angeles and San Francisco and on, but Lubbock is unique.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about it. Well, anyway, Seductive Classics, tango.
Yeah.
And we'll have, a guitarist?
Yes, and a bandoneon player, which sort of looks like an accordion, but it's a different instrument. And
But then tango dancers also.
You are welcome to dance, but we will not have...
not that you
it's
won't
just
have
music.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
just music. Okay.
Yeah.
Seductive Classics. That's this weekend. So you can get your tickets, and I'm sure that how are sales? Are there?
We're at 15. I think 1,600. So I think we're getting a great support, and we have student rush tickets. I spoke to about 1,500 students 2 weeks ago at Texas Tech and also at Lubbock Christian University, offering them student rush tickets, which is $5 cash with student ID. You know, they can join us on Masterworks concert with $5, which is even cheaper than a movie ticket. And what a great date night it could be, you know, to attend the Seductive Classics.
Well, and if you're a student, do you get credit for going to that concert?
Oh,
probably?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just going to say all their professors offer extra credits, so they're just kind of clamoring to get tickets online. And I offered 60 online tickets, and they're all gone now. Yeah. So they would have to come in person.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, now if you want to get tickets, you can go to Lubbock
Symphony.org or call us at 762-1688.
Okay, let's take a quick break.
Well, let's. Okay.
No break. No break.
Yeah, just go ahead and take the break. It's
okay, quick break, and we'll return with more of David Cho, the director of Lubbock Symphony Orchestra. And we are back here at 7:20 a.m., and we are visiting this morning live in our studio, Mr. David Cho, the director of the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra.
Now, the first thing David, you made an offer today, and it's let's see, today the upcoming concert is the first concert in the season pass or season tickets. And so if you purchase season tickets right now, you still get every single concert that comes with the season tickets. But Led Zeppelin is actually separate from that. But for the first person that's willing to call in and wants to buy 2 season tickets, he's going to throw in 2 tickets to Led Zeppelin as well, out of his own pocket.
Yes.
And so if you're thinking about getting season tickets and you want to throw in a little Led Zeppelin to that, then call right now. Give Connor your name, and he will get that over to David Cho. And once you purchase your season tickets, you will get Led Zeppelin tickets as well.
Yes, and I will personally buy those tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
So
what a deal! That's only offered by KFYO.
Well, it's because Dave King and Matt Hartman, they're so generous in supporting the Lubbock Symphony. 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you
for
the
tuning
special
in.
deal.
Now, David, I do have to ask you this because Dave made a big mistake today and said he doesn't like food trucks. What are your thoughts on food trucks?
I love food in general. So anything that provides me food, I love. And I'm very grateful that I have food to eat.
Yeah.
And we have a new day.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to rescind my comments about food trucks.
I don't know. I don't believe you.
Oh,
I think you're going to say it, but you're still never going to eat at them.
Oh, geez, I'm telling you, I can't believe. I originally said, I understand that I am the exception to the rule because I know for a fact that food trucks are enormously popular in Lubbock. But that's just not my thing.
No.
Can I not have a thing?
Well, I guess we'll let you have a thing.
Okay. Well, let's talk we're here to talk about the symphony. Now we've talked about the upcoming event this weekend, isn't it? The 27th and 28th.
And we talked about the fact that season tickets are still available.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And you can get them at lubbocksymphony.org.
Yes.
Or you can call the symphony office 762-1688, and that's for Seductive Classics. It's going to be a trip to the Tango Land this weekend. Two nights, the 27th or the 28th at the Civic Center. But then we have, as we mentioned earlier, we're coming up in October. It'll be a free event, a Halloween event.
Yes.
Free candy for the kids. They can come and hear Halloween music.
Oh, yes.
And see a magician.
Oh, yeah.
And interact with the actual orchestra and maybe try to play an instrument.
Oh, absolutely. We have pre-concert petting zoo interaction with the musicians and our staff of the Lubbock Symphony.
Yeah.
And at 7:30 or 7 o'clock, I can't remember, just go online at lubbocksymphony.org and check out our family concert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all have trumpets and everything, and y'all actually, the thing I noticed is y'all keep it all clean. You sanitize after every kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So what happens after that? What do we have to look forward to with the Lubbock Symphony this season?
Yes, we have 5 masterworks, meaning, that's the Brahms, Beethoven, and Leroy Anderson in this case, that we fell in love with music that way, So we have 5 pairs, meaning Friday and Saturday of that certain week, we perform our Masterworks series. So there are 5 of those throughout the year. So after the family concert, we will have our second Masterworks series, Brahms and Hindemith, and and throughout that 2 weeks, we have the family concerts and education concerts where we bus in 5,000 students from the satellite cities of Lubbock to the Civic Center. And, for these kids, it's their first experience with a symphony concert. So it's really exciting. To this day, I run into many people in our community who, tell me, had it not been William Herod, who is the founding conductor of the Lubbock Symphony, had he not given the education concerts through the Lubbock Symphony, I would not have loved music the way I do now. So
there's a very good program. Introduce these kids at a young age to the joys of music.
Absolutely, and music is proven to be the only factor in science that actually connects the left and the right hemispheres of your brain. So if children are exposed to music early in their prepubescent years, it will change their lives, and they'll be smarter, they'll be more socially active, and it's great all around.
Well, yeah, I make sure my kids are in music, so.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just one of those things. And if I would just suggest that any parent, put their kid in a music class at school. This is something, it's just invaluable.
Oh yes,
So,
and Matt, you said you sung in during your high school years. You're a baritone, tenor too.
High school and for a couple years of college. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dave.
same thing.
Yeah. We're so fortunate here in Texas. We have family value. Our parents are so supportive of their children being involved in music. So I thank all the parents out there who are listening and tuning into KFYO.
Family values. Family values that Lubbock is known for.
So if you were starting a student in music, what would you put them in?
I would personally have them learn a stringed instrument because that usually takes a lot of coordination and very soft brain tissues to be able to coordinate your left and eye hand coordination. And to this day, I regret not learning a violin or viola as a child. I was given piano lessons. So if I were a parent, I would give my children violin lessons, viola lessons, cello, bass lessons, some stringed instrument.
Now, remember, you are in Texas.
Yes, sir.
We play football in Texas.
I completely agree.
And what comes with football?
Winds, brass.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And they're helpful too. I love wind brass instruments.
It's funny. Somebody told me that if you go to Europe, for example, you don't find wind instruments in an orchestra. It's because they don't have football and they don't have a band. Kids go to school and they learn stringed instruments.
Right.
At orchestra.
Yeah.
And is that true?
In some towns, yes. That's I think there's a lot of wealth of string education.
Well, we got to run.
Okay.
So always glad to have you here.
Thank
David.
you so
David
much,
Cho, the
Matt.
director
Thank
of
you,
Lubbock
Dave.
Symphony Orchestra, and we'll give you some plugs this morning to remind people to get tickets for the event this weekend.
Thank you so much.
All right.